Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope everyone is having a magical Tuesday. And wherever you're tuning in from, welcome. Welcome to the Menopausal You. You're going to be cooking with me, doing just a little bit of cooking this evening. We're going to be making chicken pot pie. And I've kind of gotten everything started already because, prepping this stuff takes a little bit longer than anticipated usually. So over here I've got some potatoes that I'm just going to brown. I'm browning these in a little bit of olive oil, and these are just about the consistency that I want them. So I'm going to turn these off, turn the heat on them off. Just kind of put that right there. And then over here I've got parsley, onion, a whole white onion, and I've got garlic, some minced garlic, and I've got, hey Amber, and I've got green onion over here too, just a little bit of green. I had a little bit of green onion left over, so I figured, hey, why not? So anywho, I am going to now put in my chicken. I diced up my chicken into chunks here, and this is just, I'm not going to put in my carrots and celery just yet. I'm going to wait until the end to put those dudes in because I kind of want these to cook a little bit first. So how are you good people doing today? Who we got on the line? Vicky, hi honey, thank you. Hey, it's a tunic top. You know, tunic tops, they hide everything. I've got a green one just like it too. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So what do you good people have going on this evening? I have been at work all day, and I stopped at the grocery store. I feel like that's my life. Like work, grocery store, cook, eat, do dishes, go to bed. I gotta get in front of this, people. I do. So I'm going to add in just a little bit of salt. I'm not going to salt this a whole lot because I'm going to be putting cream of chicken and mushroom in on top of this. And that's a little salty too. So I'm actually going to use this Mediterranean sea salt. And not because you need it, it's just because I have it. And I need to use it. Because, sometimes I start feeling myself, and when I say like that's the amount right there, just a pinch, one time around the dock, that's it. Because we don't want people saying that we're trying to raise blood pressure and all that fun stuff. I know some people don't like to use salt at all. I am not one of those people. I'm just saying. So over here, I've got my carrots, my fresh chopped carrots. I've got my fresh frozen, because I chop a whole head of celery in advance. Hey, Christine. Yay! You get to see me live. Yay! Celery here, we're going to be using some of that. And then this little concoction I got over here is literally just, hey, Yvonne, what? Ice Capades is here too? What? This is crazy. Must be my night. I should play the lottery. I've got a small can of corn. Ladies, you know that I'm suffering from this cough. Hold, please. I haven't coughed since I've been home. As soon as I turn this live on, it's on and popping. Anyway, small can of green, like one of those little miniature cans of green beans. Same thing with the corn. Same thing with the peas, because I like peas, but I don't love peas. So, that's enough to suit me. Now I'm doing all of this in olive oil. I'm making all of this concoction here in olive oil. I tell you what, I'm just waiting to hit the lottery at this point. At this point in the program, that's it, So, hey, Julie Jordan. Welcome. This is a really easy, this is like kind of sort of a lazy man's chicken pot pie. I don't want to call it lazy because I did bother to cut up. I just want to say this, that I try to use fresh ingredients where I can. I'm not going to pick peas for you guys. I got to draw the line somewhere. But, so these are canned. You can use frozen or fresh. If you are frisky and you want to shuck corn and cut corn off the cob, and you want to pick green beans to make a pot pie, have at it. There wasn't that kind of party tonight. So, there it is. Anywho. So literally I'm just cooking this until it's cooked through, the chicken until it's cooked through. Come on, Shelly. What's going on here? So I got my potatoes. Excuse me. I've got my potatoes. And I've got my other stuff here that literally it just becomes like a dump party. There's a point where it becomes just a dump party. So, as soon as this starts to actually brown, then I'm going to throw in my carrots and my celery so that I can soften those. And then the rest of this stuff here, I'm just going to spoon this into the concoction once it's all put together because it'll all marry in the oven. So there that is. So I'm gonna bring you guys here with me for a moment. And we're just gonna sit and talk because I'm gonna sit down for a moment because I don't want to stand at the stove the whole time. I don't. So you guys get to see the refrigerator magnets. Wherever we go, we get a refrigerator magnet from that country or that state or whatever. And so this is about, there is actually, the little children have plucked a lot of them off. But there's also some on the sides. I don't know if you can kind of see the side right there. The sides of the refrigerator. It's a pretty impressive collection. Just going to say that out loud. So, there was something I was going to talk to you guys about. And of course, now it's gone. Oh, so Kent, one of our male compadres, that is a frequent flyer here on the Menopausal View. And thank you, all the gentlemen that tune in to watch us. Thank you. God bless you and keep you. But Kent raised a good, because I had asked, excuse me, I had asked a question earlier about, just trying to look and see, I think I might have lozenges, because like I said, I'm 100 years old. So, but Kent he said, when I asked the question, how can we make the show better? How can we, bring content that you actually want to you guys? Because right now it's just a lot of horseplay, and there's makeup, and there's, whatever topic pops into our heads at that moment. That's what you end up with. So, but Kent, he put a good topic out there. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. He put a good topic out there, and he said, trying to give men advice on how to navigate through menopause, because we forget that they're going through it with us. Like, my husband, last summer, I was having really, really bad hot flashes, and I was pretty hateful. And not even the hot flash, I was just mean. I was just like mean for no apparent reason. So, my husband, I finally ended up going on a girls' weekend, like a getaway. I went with my cousin and my best friend. And we went to Florida for a weekend, and then I realized how much of a turd I was being. I try to be kind of self-aware, because I do become a turd periodically. But I do try to be self-aware. And it hit me when I realized that I wasn't being the best girlfriend companion in Florida. I was snapping at people. I have a cousin that watches our show too. Bless her heart. I love my cousin. We didn't get along as kids, but we get along very well as adults. And so she was a narc. She was such a tattletale. Oh my God, she was such a tattletale. So, but she's one of those people, she wakes up cheerful in the morning. Every single morning, she wakes up like 6 o'clock in the morning. Hey guys, what are we going to do today? Yeah, let's attack the day. I just want to put this into perspective. I am not, hey Mike, I am not a 6 a.m. power player. I'm a 10 a.m. I get up because I have to go to work 6 o'clock, 5, 6 o'clock, but I'm not thrilled about it. And the last thing that I want to do is have a whole bunch of conversation. And bless her heart, she was like that every day. And she's one of those people, she's always got so much energy, and she's so much fun to be around. But I'm also one of those people that my social clock, I have to have time to disengage and go recharge my battery by myself. I like being by myself. I enjoy being with people, but then I have to have that time to take, for myself to kind of recharge. So while we were down there, we went on the whole dinner cruise, and I had a pretty intense, because I do event planning. And so that, my event planner hat, I was in my zone with that. So I had us like every day we had an activity, but we also had time to kind of recharge too. But I think I overdid it a little bit with the activities. So, like I said, by the third, fourth day, I was snapping at people. And I was snapping at people, and I couldn't figure out why. Because they hadn't done anything. They were delightful companions to go with. But I was just and I had to actually stop myself, because I'm like, wow, this is what my husband is dealing with, and he doesn't get away from me after 4 days. So we got to remember that those of us that are actually in menopause right now and are cranky, like if you're snapping at people, apologize. Learn to pick your battles. Some things it's just got to be like water off a duck's ass. It really does. Everything can't be that whole thing. I think I've gotten better, because I actually called home and apologized to him. I'm like, I'm seeing how my behavior towards other people too. So I want to apologize to you and say thank you for putting up with me. And he was like, well, I don't want to say anything, but you were a miserable bitch. And I was okay with that, because at that time I was a miserable bitch. When you're having hot flashes, you're not sleeping well, you're going through whatever it is you're going through, whatever your symptoms are, obsessive worry, I don't know. Those things, thank your loved ones, because they're going through it with you. They might not have the symptoms, but they're going through it with you. So that was just and like as far as Kent was saying, he needs some coping mechanisms, because he's like, okay, that's fine, but menopause is not something that lasts for 15 minutes either. Menopause lasts about 13 years. And you do a lot of growing in that time. And you do a lot of changing, because you're morphing into whatever you're going to be in your latter years. You're morphing into that person. And so that causes a lot of couples to grow apart. So, my thing is communicate. Just keep talking. Even if you feel like you're talking, you're talking into the microphone that's not attached to the speakers sometimes, because that's how I feel like I'm talking. Sometimes I feel like I'm talking like that, but sometimes I also have to step back and say, hey, let's me and you go do some bonding activities, because I need that time for him to get to know this new person too. Does that make sense? So if you've got a significant other, if you're dealing with children, if you're dealing with parents, if you're dealing with whoever, thank them for riding this out with you. You know, when you're in the mania phase of it and not the bipolar phase, thank family. Because, you know, at the end of the day, family, that's all we got. Family, friends, some of us don't have family. Maybe we have friends that are like family, you know? So, just saying. Everybody goes through it. I remember when my mom was going through menopause, she would be so cranky. And I'd come in the house and it would be snowing outside. She'd have the window open in the kitchen. And, you know, you kind of knew just then, like, okay, just gonna back out of the room. Gonna back out of the room slowly, you know. And if you find that you're snapping at people, get off by yourself. You don't have to always be around somebody, you know. Try to have some alone time so that you're not, if it's people in your family that's irritating you, if you need to take some downtime to recharge your social battery, do that. You know, as women, we have to, people in general, I shouldn't say women, people in general, but especially women, we are by nature nurturers. And so we want to fix everybody and help everybody and make sure everybody else is okay. And then we're not checking for ourselves. And I've said this before, and that's kind of just like a, you know, I know this is a cliche. You got to take care of you, because if you don't take care, you're all you got. You know? How are you going to pour from an empty cup? Because, like, there are times when I'm running around with grandchildren, and then I'm doing favors for children, and my husband's calling me and asking me, can you stop here? Can you go here? And, you know, it's never, your family's never intentional about abuse of power. Let's just say that. Because they don't realize, they think whatever they're asking you, that's the only thing that's being asked of you. They think that, like my daughter, she's constantly like, could you please stop on your way home and get me, because she's pregnant, I told you. So she's like, you know, can you please stop on your way home and get me some ice cream and some root beer so I can make root beer float? Okay. I'm tired. But I get off work and I'm like, okay, I can make this stop at, you know, the local grocery store and pick up the thing that she wants. But that takes time, so that's chipping away at the time that I would be winding down. Okay? So then my husband calls me, can you call about the insurance? I don't, you know, something to do with the insurance. I'm just giving you guys random examples. And you're like, okay, so now the insurance has become my problem now. So that's another feather that's floating down on the pile of crap that I have to do. And I already know I have to figure out what we're having for dinner. Because God knows nobody else is going to figure it out, right? Am I right? Right. So I have to figure out the menu for the evening. And then I have to, you know, depending upon who's home, whether it's me loading the dishwasher or me washing the dishes or whatever, there's all this work, there's laundry, because there's always freaking laundry. I'm tempted to burn my house down and just start over. But there's always laundry to do. There's always house cleaning to do. There's all this stuff that people forget about that you're in charge of. So it's okay sometimes to remind people. Nope, I can't stop and get your ice cream. You're going to have to do it yourself. It's okay to say, you know what, I'm maxed out today. I gotta tap out. I gotta tap the brakes. I gotta find the brake and then tap it gently. Yeah, Christine, I swear, it's like there's a fat lady that's breaking into my house and wearing all my clothes when I'm not here. I promise you. And I feel like I've done, I feel like I've done 20 loads of laundry, and I'm wearing the last pair of underwear that I own right now. I'm trying to figure that out. And I just bought 2 new packs of underwear. So I'm not really certain exactly what's happening. I can't find my black pants. None of them. There's like 1 pair of black. I have 20 pair of black pants. I got 1 pair. I'm stumped. I'm completely stumped. So yeah. It's too much. It's too much. So, and you have to, and like I said, you have to be the one, because nobody else will. You got to be the one to say, hey guys, time out. One of my girlfriends, one of my girlfriends, ever so often, once every couple of months, she rents herself a hotel room. She gives the most responsible child, the one that never called and asked her anything, she gives her information to say, hey, here's where I'll be. Here's a room that I'll be in. If the house is on fire or somebody is hospitalized, then you may contact me. Otherwise, I'm turning my phone off. And I don't want anybody to know where I'm at. Hold on a second, I gotta rinse my container out here. And I just think that that's an awesome idea. And I think that after this baby arrives, and all the hustle and bustle from that dies down, you think I'll have this done already. After all the hustle and bustle dies down, after this baby, I think that's what I'm looking at, folks. I think that's what I'm looking at. True story. Okay, we're adding in there our carrots, our fresh carrots. Because all I want those to do is just soften a little bit. I'm going to add in a smidge of my celery. A little more. There we go. Because I know my battery is worn down tonight. It really is. So see, for those that think that I don't cook anything but fish or seafood, I've just been in a zone lately. I've just been in a, you know how sometimes you just get a taste for something and like you got to work your way through it. I don't have a lid to this, so we're going to stick that there. Stick that there for the time being. You shared. You're so awesome, Mike. So, as with all of our videos, and I'm not going to keep harping on this, like it, share it, comment on it if you want. If you share it and you make it public, you come back and say shared, it puts you into a drawing for these priceless items that come from China. So, there you go. There's that. But if you're not inclined, you know, I'm at the point where I'm like, I don't want to try to force anybody to do what they don't want to do. If you like the show, share it. If you don't, you know, it's cool. We're still cool. We're still cool. So, what I am going to do now, I'm going to go ahead and get this over into, so I have my potatoes brown here. Voila. Put that over into there. Now I'm going to put, I'm not going to use all of this because I think this is a little bit too much. But well, let's see. Let's see. Let's not be premature here. But I want to have enough room for my, oh, maybe we do need all of it. I lied. I am going to use all of it. There you go. So, that's the green beans, the peas, and the corn. Okay. I'm going to put a little bit of black pepper in here. And then I'm actually going to put a little bit of black pepper in here. Now, like I said, if you didn't see the beginning, if you're just joining me now, I didn't put a whole lot of, I just put just a couple of pinches of salt in with the chicken concoction because I don't want to make this thing too salty. So yeah. Vicki, are you hoping somebody makes it for you? This is, like I said, everything in the dish is pretty much cooked. It's just a matter of bringing it all together and making the crust. You know, the crust on it? Yeah. Easy, cheesy, lemon squeezy. Doesn't get any easier than this. And when I say everybody loves this dish, like this won't make it till tomorrow morning. So, I am trying to put together my own cookbook, believe it or not. So, what do you guys think of this? I'm going to ask you guys' opinion on this one. Would you rather have, let's see, a theme like, what is a good theme? Casseroles, or like one of the cookbooks that has like, here's 20 different things to make in your crock pot. Here's 20 different kinds of casseroles. That, or would you rather have a cookbook that's like, here's 20 quick fix meals that will take you, prep time from the start to the finish, take you half an hour, 40 minutes. Which one would you rather, which one would you be inclined to be more interested in? Let me ask you that. I should ask that. What we got? Christine, you said you'd eat the whole thing. So, I want to do, one of the things that I want to do with this cookbook is that I want to make it so that it doesn't require the tears of a unicorn, or, because I find that that's a stopper for me for a lot of recipes. Like if it's something where I got to have the blood of a phoenix or the skin of a newborn newt to make it, chances are I'm going to skip over that recipe. I don't care how delicious it might be. You all were doing good to get the cioppino out of me yesterday because that required white wine. I have never cooked with white wine in my life. And I was tempted to leave it out yesterday because I was like, you know what? Am I really going to be able to taste it? And guess what? You can't. There was no difference in that than if I had just used chicken broth without the white wine. I just want that in the official transcripts. There you go. Monica, easy recipes for real people. That's what I'm talking about. Because don't you feel like you get stuck in a rut? Like, I feel like we have spaghetti. I think that this show has made me want to do different things, like, more often. Because if I weren't cooking for you guys, we'd be having spaghetti tonight. And guess what? We'd probably be having chili 2 days from now. And then I'm good for a hamburger and a pot roast. And you might get some version of chicken. You know? So, this is making me do better as far as variety. But then I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, if I were going to buy a cookbook, what would I want in it? I'd want 20,000 things that you could do with garlic, onion, chicken broth, salt, pepper, and onion powder or something. I don't know. Like, I don't know. That would be my thing. Because I'm only gonna make a recipe that with stuff that I keep in my kitchen all the time. You know? So, what are your thoughts on that? Yes, so Mike is a fireman. I don't know. Mike is newly, like, he's been a good friend of mine for a long time. I've known him since high school. But Mike has just joined the Menopausal View, and he's become a faithful watcher now. And thank you very much for your support, darling. I appreciate that. And so, he cooks in bulk for his fire brigade, his squad, his posse. All right, people, our chicken is cooked through. We're just going to dump all of this. We're dumping now. We're just dumping. That's all. I wonder if Bob Ross's team would sue me if I called myself the Bob Ross of menopause. Probably. Okay, so this is just cream of chicken and cream of mushroom. It's literally a can. I put a little bit of water in here. There's still a little bit of liquid in here with this. But I didn't want it to, I wanted it to stay thick. My God, that pan is hot. That was not smart. All right. So, we're just going to flip this around, because that's going to be my gravy. But I don't want it to be soft. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? So, this looks like made in heaven. I'm going to show you guys what this looks like before I put the pastry stuff on top of it. So, all I did, I got the crescent dough sheet to use on top of this. Okay? And it'll only take about 13 minutes. Well, as long as it takes for this to brown. Because like I said, this piece of it here is already done. And I'm just gonna even Steven that out. So here is, I gotta move the talking out of the way for just a second. All right. So this is what we're gonna put into the oven. We're gonna cover this with a dough sheet. And my mother's fancy. She makes a lattice work out of it. Excuse me. What'd you say, Mike? This was something new. I picked it up today at the grocery store. It was a can of cream of chicken and mushroom combined. What you know about that? There you go. It's a combo can. Yep. So, I should tell you guys too. Hey, Elizabeth! So, I'm terrified of these things. I should tell you that right now. And it's taken everything in me to go ahead and pop this thing open. Oh, God. Okay. Woo! Okay. All right. All right. That's enough of that. Okay. And, you can use pie crust if you're fancy like that. If that's what you can use whatever. You know what I have used, and I'm going to tell you something else that is absolutely delicious, is I have used biscuits, just cans of biscuits. You open them up, you peel, don't put the whole biscuit like I use the home style, the thicker one, the buttermilk ones, but don't put a hole in it because it's too thick. But if you tear them in half, you half them, and then you put the things, you place them strategically on top, and it comes out that everybody gets a biscuit with their portion of the pot pie. Kind of a sweet deal. All right. And of course, this dude does not want to comply because I've let this thing get warm. Okay, so now, just taking my little doohickey here. And stretch this dude across here. And try to get it as even as you can. Because otherwise it's going to heat unevenly. Which is going to do that anyway because, you know, the edges are going to be a little bit thicker. But that's okay. So, there we go. So this dude here is going in the oven. And what I need to do, because I normally cook this on 400 with the biscuits, but this is, see, instead of 400, 375. You got to follow the directions for the crescent doohickey. So, we'll let a little bit of steam out, a little bit of the heat out, and stick this dude in here. There we go. So now we just wait our 15 minutes. And I'm going to take you guys off of here again. We're going to wait our 15 minutes again. And we are going to sit down and talk for a moment while our crust forms. Anywho. So yeah, so that's where we're at. Do you guys know that I didn't wear makeup all day long? But I put on makeup for you guys because I'm like, you know what? I look like a crazy person yesterday with the bonnet on. Not that I don't look like a crazy person. That's it. Elizabeth, this is not rocket science, seriously. Like, there's nothing that I do. Even that cioppino that I made last night, I simplified that. Because that was another recipe that was calling for the eye of a newt and the blood of a phoenix and the toenails of a newborn baby. And I was like, you know what? I got stewed tomatoes. And the best I can do is I'm going to add some fennel. Which I've never used fennel in anything before. Well, I've used dried fennel. I shouldn't say that. But, yeah. So that was interesting. So now I've got a half a bulb of fennel now that I need to use in something else. I probably should have stuck some of it in this, because honestly, I couldn't tell a damn difference. I couldn't tell that it was in there or not in there, you know. And like I said, the white wine, yeah, whatever. So, you know, I do what I can. I'm trying to be fancy. I'm trying to get fancier. I don't know how. I don't know how people do it. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not a professional chef. I'm a home cook. You know what I mean? I cook for my family. I cook for gatherings. I'm a good cook, but I'm not chef material. Like, if you watch me chop an onion, it's painful. If you're a professional chef, it's painful to watch me chop anything, really. But you know, like I said with that cioppino last night, I put the mussels. See, now, the home cook in me would have purchased the mussels in garlic sauce that were already cleaned and debearded and frozen in their own juices. That's what the home cook in me would have done. But I was like, no, Jay, you gotta level up. You gotta level up for these people. These people, they're expecting something of you. And then I realized, no, they're not. No, you all are not. You all are just trying to figure out what you can make for dinner. That's it. I'm just throwing out ideas for dinner. That's it. And I'm offering a little bit of entertainment while we all struggle to figure out what the hell we're going to have for dinner. That's it. That's it. So then maybe tomorrow night, you can make a pot pie. Or you can make a pot of chili. Or you can make, let's see, on our menu this week, my daughter has decided that she wants, what is it? She wants chicken and mushroom sauce with rice and green beans. You know, I may offer that up as a, hey guys, want to join me from, in making this? Maybe I make mine a different way than you make yours. Maybe you've got an idea for me that you could be like, hey, you know what would be great with that? If you added a sprinkle of, as long as it's not the eye of a newt or the toenails of a newborn baby, I'm with it. If I don't have to go back to the grocery store and get it, we're cool. Just saying. Yeah. So, you're saying fennel and sausage? Christine, do you mean like physically, like what kind of sausage? Like andouille sausage? Or, because I don't know what to do with this little piece that I've got left. I don't. And I hate to throw it away. I don't know. And Mike, what are you talking about? What the heck is that noise? It's not me. What noise? Is it background noise like there's a television? Because it's never completely quiet in this house either. Just saying. So yeah. So that's where we're at. So, Casey, what's all the sirens? Was there sirens in the background? I have learned how to block out so much crap that I did not even hear. I didn't even hear sirens. You said your grandma used to make it. Is it literally just chopped up fennel and made with sausage? And Elizabeth, honestly, having to figure out what to make for dinner every day. Like, I'm okay. Chances are it was something going. I'm in the kitchen in the front of the house. Because I can see Happy's. Did you all watch the Happy's Pizza YouTube thing that I posted? How close they are to our house. If you didn't, I want to hear. I'm just going to take you. I'm going to take you over here. You can see it. You can see them out of the window. Hold on. Can you see that sign, that yellow thing over there? Those are those lousy bastards. That's them. That's how close they are. Anyway. So chances are there were some emergency vehicles passing by. Like I said, I don't even hear that stuff anymore because we've lived here for so long that you just block that stuff out. So, I'm trying to give up eating pork. I've been losing, that's why I made some pork chops probably, I don't know, a month or two ago. And, I don't know, I've just been losing my taste for it. It's just funky. It's not right. And as much as I love bacon. My God, do I love bacon. I do. But I, just from a health standpoint, I just don't think I want to do pork anymore. I just don't. Anyway, I'm how do I want to say this? I'm not super crazy about meat, period, anymore. And I've noticed that the more that I eat seafood, the less that I want to eat. Like, she wants me to make a pot roast this week. And hello, gorgeous girl, Jessica. She wants me to make a pot roast. And I just, I don't have you know what I mean? It's like, sometimes you have, I really have to have a real urge for red meat now. And it just hasn't been happening. So, and there's just so much seafood out here. I am taking something for the cough. I'm taking NyQuil at night. I really can't take anything else because it doesn't really work. And so I am stuck with this foolishness through the day. And this has been delightful at work, by the way, because actually people know when I get to work because the hacking starts. And needless to say, I'm sure I've made my office mates very happy. No, I wasn't saying, so Vicky, I wasn't saying, I'm saying any kind of pork. I'm just saying any kind of pork, period. Because I don't know. It's just, it's one of those things that it wasn't hard to give up because it is, you know what, Casey? That's a good point because, so Casey, because I take this and then I put it up on YouTube so people don't get to see you guys' comments if they go back and watch the video. So Casey just said she's wondering if the urge for meat dissipates the older we get, and I think it does. Because my mother is almost a complete vegetarian now. Not a vegan, but almost a complete, like she eats meat very rarely now. She's in her 80s, and I noticed that I am typhoid Mary, I'm sorry. It is, the older you get, I think that craving just starts to go away. Like, I'm completely okay. So, you know I skip around a lot, right? And thank you guys for riding this out with me because, you know, it's a long ride. What would you guys think about, like, every Monday we do Meatless Monday, where I do a vegetarian dish instead of something with either seafood or meat? Would that be a winner? Or you guys? And honestly, don't do it because you think, don't say anything because you think that other people will think poorly of you. We know that we're all carnivores here. Nobody's trying to go vegetarian on this shift, particularly. But I've got some really good recipes for things that, like, you really don't miss it. You really don't miss it. Like, there's this one recipe that I got. It's a pasta dish. And you make it with angel hair pasta. And you saute, because I love mushrooms. I don't know if you guys like mushrooms or not. I love mushrooms. Saute mushrooms, zucchini, squash, onion, and peppers. You put all that together with basil, oregano, salt, pepper, garlic, and put in a can of diced tomatoes. And you don't need a sauce or anything because it actually makes its own kind of a sauce, and you mix in the angel hair pasta with it. And it's pretty amazing. You said I should do the taping Sunday to fix Monday. See, that's the thing. Oh, you're saying do it Sunday night. Go ahead and go live Sunday night to give you guys something to make for Monday. That's a good idea. Mike, keep you around. You're all right with me, buddy. Elizabeth, that's okay. So Elizabeth brought up a good point about how we may want to go meatless, but we have significant others that would lose their shit if they didn't have meat every single flipping day. And that's the thing. I think I'd probably be half my size. I'm going to blame all of my weight on him. Has nothing to do with the fact that I love carbs and chips and I love sweets and stuff like that. Has everything to do with he has to have meat with every freaking meal. So, yes, I will post the recipe and then we can make it together if you guys want to, because that would be amazing. That would be fun. And then you guys could, hey, you know what we could do? We could do on Mondays, we could do the meatless thing because that's like really easy. And usually those recipes are like super, super quick. So then we could, if you guys were so inclined, if I could time it so that I could say, okay, I'm going live at such and such a time, have your ingredients ready, and we can all cook together, and then we can kind of check in, and we can make it fun. Like everybody can submit their picture, and I'll make like a little collage so that you guys can, everybody can see everybody's dishes. Batch cooking. Do you ever do batch cooking? I'd love to get back to doing that. Batch cooking meaning you make a whole bunch of different dishes on the same day and then you freeze it all. Is that what you're talking about, Vicki? I've done that before, but I'm going to tell you. I'm a flake. I'm a weirdo. I'm a little touched. I am a little touched. I will not eat something even if it's frozen. There are only certain things that I will eat. They have to be frozen. Yeah, okay, so for me, I can cook about 2 days ahead. And then that's it. Unless it's like chili. Or like a soup that I can freeze. Because I won't eat stuff out of the refrigerator that I've cooked after 2 days. So like if I make this today, if I don't eat it, like if I eat it tomorrow, or whether I eat it tomorrow or not, I will not eat it on Thursday. And that's just because I'm a weirdo. I admire people that can do that. Like that can prep for the whole week. That would be amazing. Like put it in the little containers and everything and have it ready to go. I couldn't do it. So, let's see. Let's check on our, because I'm just killing time here with you guys. I'm sorry. I could have just went off, I guess, and shown you a picture at the end. We're getting there. We're getting there, ladies. Let me show it to you. Hold on. Hold on. Let me put you back on the plug real quick. Okay. Hold tight. You do need my doohickeys here. No, I would love to know who keeps taking all of my oven mitts. It's another thing. I found oven mitts in the basement. Why are my oven mitts in the basement? We're getting there. That is beautiful. I'm going to give it a couple more minutes in there. Couple more minutes, ladies. We're all done. So, Mary, what are you up to, Ladybug? My nose is starting to itch now. Oh, good gracious, Gregory. So, and then of course, you know, when I'm done with all this stuff, then I get to do all the flip and cleanup. Freaking like it. I'm putting the rest of my parsley. Ladies, I'm telling you guys, this has been a lifesaver. Like having, I had to buy some fresh stuff today because I've used most of it, but this is just my bag of random vegetables, which I use in whatever. There's stuff that I can put literally like peppers, there's onion, there's parsley, green onion, yeah. And then I chop my whole head of celery and freeze it all. Put this back in the freezer. I'm sorry some of you guys don't like fish. I'm so sorry. So, who was it doesn't like fish? Elizabeth doesn't like fish, and Vicki doesn't like fish. Is that it? Um, you guys don't like fish or you don't like seafood altogether? Because like I said, I mean, I could do seafood every single day. And Yvonne, I know what you turn into when you get around. So, Yvonne, not Yvonne, Yvonne, is a good friend of mine, and she is deathly allergic to seafood. So much so that her head will explode if she's even in the room with somebody eating seafood. So, needless to say, nobody orders fish around her. Try not to anyway. So you just pretend like you're going to cook. You're like, that's a great idea. And then you just go ahead and buy a Happy Meal. That's awesome. You know what? It is what it is. Like I said, I just get so tired of eating the same things over and over and over and over again. This is actually helping me to become more imaginative. But you know, you think about it, there's only just so much that you can actually... Let me not start talking and then burn up this thing. Ooh, this is perfect. There's only so much that you can do with chicken. You know what I mean? So, I'm trying to... Oh, I just spit my cough drop out. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That's how my day has been going, ladies. This is pretty now. Ooh, that's pretty. It's golden brown now. Look at this. Look at that there. Isn't that pretty? And see how easy this was? This was actually really easy. You know, I'm trying to be fancy, a little bit fancier, because I'm showing out for you guys, but this would have been done. If I didn't have to do all the prep work and stuff, this would have been finito. So, let me show you what I end up with. Let me find something to spoon this out with and get a plate. Hold on. Let's see. I want to find, because I want to kind of be fancy, but I know that that's not, I'm starting to get tired now. So we're just going to use the closest scooping utensil that I can find. How about that? So I'm going to cut this here. Ooh, that's pretty. This is so beautiful. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Would you look at that? Wait a minute. So this is our pot pie. That's our little crust right there. Let's get a little piece on here. This is going to be most magical. And I'm going to try some. What? Okay, I just want to tell you guys, around here there's something going on. These people that I live with, there's something going on with the fork situation around here. So they left me this one weird fork in the drawer. But I'm okay with that because they didn't have any before. So let's taste it. Let's taste it and see. Did I do good? The food's ready, honey. Tell Taryn the food's ready. It's really hot, guys. Sorry. Good grief. Woo. Mm-hmm. That's good. And I was right. Not to over salt that, because there's just enough salt in here now. So, yeah. See, Melanie, I made you come watch it anyway. Look at that. Look. And just because you haven't said anything, and you might not have been here for the whole time, I'm going to make you go back and look at the whole thing. There's that. I kept saying, we're going to make pot pie earlier today. She's like, you got rabbit in your pocket? See, we're here now. We're here and we're finished now. So, I wanted some of my potatoes. Why is it keep... Okay. My potato doesn't want to go in my mouth. I'll post a recipe for you guys. It's really super easy. It's just dumping a bunch of stuff in a pan, heating it up, putting it all together, putting a crust on it, bam. And, damn, that's good. That's real good. Okay, so, I gotta put this somewhere. Hold on. Okay. So, you can take some shortcuts. If you are running late, if you've already chopped up your onion and your celery and your carrots, or at least your celery and your onions, grab some out of the freezer, throw them in the pan, a little bit of dried parsley, that's a shortcut right there. Get a bag of frozen mixed vegetables. Brown your chicken. Dump in those frozen mixed vegetables. Bring it all to where it's all cooking together. Dump it over into the pan, cover it with a biscuit or the dough sheet or whatever. Pop it in the oven. 15 minutes later, you got dinner. So, there it is. And did you know? So, the more you know, the more you grow. You can cook chicken ahead of time and freeze it. Just saying. That's another shortcut for you. Sunday night, cook a crap ton. Season your chicken so that you got your garlic already in there. Salt, pepper, whatever you season your chicken with. Make a few pounds of it. Dice it up. Put it in separate bags so that you can pull out as much as you need when you need it for whatever recipe. I do that a lot with ground beef. I'll season my ground beef and then I'll freeze it. So, thank you guys for cooking dinner with me. I love you guys so much. You guys are so much fun. Really, you guys really are. You're making my life better. The oven setting was at 375. You're just going to follow the directions for whatever pastry you're using. Because everything else is already cooked. So all you're doing really is just cooking the dough and heating everything, reheating everything together. That's it. So, and like I said, you see how hot this stuff was still. And it's delicious. I should say that it is absolutely delicious. And Chloe, thank you very much and welcome. Thank you for joining us, darling. And Catherine, I love you more. I do. So tomorrow, ladies, let's take a vote. We want a pot roast tomorrow, or do we want the chicken and rice with mushroom gravy and green beans? We'll take a poll. And whichever one it is, that's what I lay out in the morning. So, pew, there you go. Let you guys decide. So, love you guys. Stay flabulous. Until tomorrow, I'll be the Zane.